is Bitcoin going to hit 14,000 US dollars within this week? Today we have DavinciJ15, the one and only one, finally back in our show. Quick background story. I was traveling from the Côte d'Azur back to Germany, and he has been calling me during the landing and told me that we have to do an emergency urgent episode right now. So we drove back home as fast as possible. Now we are here for you guys to provide that free content to you, and we want to answer the question whether Bitcoin is going to hit 14,000 within that week. So answering that question, before that we want to come to the most important question of today. DavinciJ15, as always, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great. Really happy for all the moon boys out there because, man, the retail sector has got this market locked. And whilst the industry players, they're all confused and dazed. And we're going to show that in today's episode.
Exactly, man. The retailers, the moon boys are going to win. So every moon boy out there in front of the screen, make sure you smash up that like button. Make sure you join the discussion in the comment section down below, and you subscribe to the channel. But now, without any further ado, we want to come to the content. We want to go straight into it because it is an emergency episode and we have very interesting findings to share, exact price targets within that week. So Davinci, let's go into the charts. Actually, very nice shirt there. It's not red, it's not green. So let's see where we go.
Yeah, well, I woke up today and and the first thing I checked the market, like everybody does, like they check the Bitcoin markets. And the first thing I saw was like, man, is that a Davo there? No, really? Could it be? And looking at it, right? I started with looking at the W here. Yeah, that's a W here. Well, yeah, there's a W there, and then there's a W, clear W down here. Yeah, there's a clear W down here. Now, what makes this Davo even more powerful is does these four candles make a W? And the way to see that clearly is move into a line chart. And look at that. Do you see a W there?
Yes, sir. It is very clean.
Crystal clear. And what happens is with the Davo, if you see a crystal clear W, especially when you see the other side of the W higher than the first line, right? You can see the V, this V is lower, and this is lower than this V here. So that means, and it takes off and breaks this level here, and takes off, that's a positive sign. That means we are going higher. Now, with my Davo, I have a certain set of rules. If you see the W above, and occurs above, on balance volume, it occurs above the EMA. This is called the EMA moving average of all the different movements that's going on. These sharp movements, right, are smoothed out by the EMA line here, which is the yellow line. And if it passes, the W last line passes the EMA cleanly, right, and it was below, this whole W was below, mostly below the EMA, that is a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Actually, it's actually way more than that. But to not get greedy and not be slaughtered like a pig
and not get wrecked.
Yeah, exactly. I leave it at 3-to-1. It's always given me a lot more than 3-to-1, but I've never really taken advantage of it, right? Because it's just a trading plan in order to make money, take small amounts of money off of the market, right? So with that being said, where is this going if I were to get to 3-to-1? Oh my God. That's 13,209. That is higher. If we move back to candlestick charts here, that is higher than that last turning point.
Yes,
right here. Oh my goodness. And that really marks a very bullish sign. Very bullish sign that we're actually even going to take out the last local high, which happens to be at 13,800. I am like totally shocked. I'm shocked in awe. I'm in shock and awe. And that means if we do take this out, I think we might get some industry FOMO, because look what these guys are doing here. They're telling the retail market no, right? And so if the retail, and I believe they will, takes it up to here, these guys might have to FOMO back in.
They go back in, man. And they have a little bit more gunfire than the retailers usually. So if they go back in, 14,000 might not be all too unlikely, and especially if that takes out the new local high, which was not reached since, I don't know what, February 2018 or so. I mean, that was the last time we had 14,000 or so, or January, I don't know. That would be actually very bullish. What would be your exact trading setup in that exact time frame right now? I think we are on the daily. I don't know if you have 4 hours or a daily trade going on right now, or if you are planning to do one. If so, how does it look like?
Well, I do not have a daily trade on. I have just finished making this trade. I do have this trade on because honestly, Chris, this trade, when the Davos looks this clean, I've never had it fail. Now, I only have 2 years of history, right, with the Davo, but with this kind of clean movement, I've always had 100% success.
Wow.
So that means the likelihood that we're going to break this before we break down here, which is approximately 11,200, which is my stop loss point right now. The odds of us having is almost like 99%. Right, so I'm taking this trade. I see this trade and I gotta take it.
Man. All right, let me just
first time.
Let me jump in very quickly for everyone watching that right now and thinking, oh, I have to go all in on that trade. It is 99% certain. Guys, first of all, it is obviously not 100% certain. Solely the fact that DaVinci has a stop loss means that he is putting a possibility on that trade failing. Otherwise, he would just like put the whole house in. And there's always a first time, even though it never failed before. There is always a first time. Probably not this time, but maybe this time. So you have to be sure about that, and you have to know that each and every time such an indicator can also fail the first time. Nevertheless, this is looking very bullish, and the probability is actually very, very nice right now. So DaVinci, what you are saying is that a price target of 14,000, we have heard from a very prominent guy 15,000 already, but 14,000 within that week is actually very likely.
Exactly. Now, with that break, once we get up here, because this trade, remember, I've always said this trade gives you more than 3 to 1. I don't go beyond 3 to 1 because I don't want to get slaughtered. Yeah. I want to take my profits and run. Right? That means we're going to break. I sincerely believe we're going to break this local high of 13.9 or something like that, and go to the 14,000.
Can't wait for these numbers.
That's just unreal. That's unreal. And we're going to do it within this week.
All right, guys. So if you're looking forward to that, make sure you smash up that like button right now. We want to see 14,000 likes on that video, even though it's impossible, but let's just try it at least. So DaVinci, that sounds very great. And before we go on with the TA, a lot of people have been asking us, how long do I have time to claim that bonus? Many of you have already done it. Just for a few seconds, it is 7 more days. If you want to claim it, you can do it here on Bybit. We have a link on the top of the pinned comments, also in the description. Just click the link, and with 60 seconds of your time, you get a free deposit bonus for 0.2 Bitcoin. You get $110 for free. Always trade with caution, and that's already it from the Bybit content. Some people are hating on us shilling that out, but some people have not heard about it. So let's go on with the content, DaVinci. And
okay,
again,
so
thanks
I
so
want
much.
to throw a little bit of FUD in here, only because, you know what, I've been like really excited about this, and we have to look at the reality of this situation. If you're an industry player, right, and you're looking at this chart, this is where you're supposed to be selling. You see anybody try to sell above this, buy above this line, and they're buying, you sell right into them, right? That's what you'd be doing. This would be the rules. because you sell up markets.
Yes.
And this is the right place to sell. And so much so, you could even take a look at the Fibonacci's. Take a look. Let's draw some Fibonacci sequences here. You can see, right? This is the selling area for the bears, right? If you're bearish in this market, this is your zone right here, and I'm going to change the color to sell. I'm sorry to throw FUD in this, right?
No problem.
But we have to be realistic, right? You have to consider that this is where we're at. This is where the industry's doing, and they're not wrong. Most of the time, they're not wrong. But I don't know. My signal says they're wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, they can be wrong also. What we are seeing basically right here is a fight between the retailers and the institutions, or the institutional players, and it will be really interesting to see how that plays out. Also, usually the smart money, of course, sells in upwards markets. But a lot of these smart money people, they joined like the Bitcoin markets recently, and Bitcoin is behaving a little bit differently. And in Bitcoin, you always, in a bull market, should have a bullish bias by the dips, whereas you sell the rallies in bear markets. And if you agree on that not being a bear market anymore, then selling the rallies can be at a specific point of time also very expensive to you. So let's hope for the retailers to win, hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. I really think so. I mean, only because this indicator has never failed me. That's why I was so excited to do this video today, because I've never, when it's this clean and it's marked here, you can see that on my trading view chart, I have programmed in, right? I need to make some changes to the program, because this dabble here is not valid. This dabble short here, not valid. But here you can see that it's marked it as a dabble long, and it's very clean. So clean that I'm like, oof, yeah, I'm all excited to see how this plays out. I'd be very, very surprised if we break this bottom. And you know what? Sometimes on a non-clean dabble, not like on clean ones like this.
Yes,
sometimes you have to watch out, because what the market tends to do is quickly push you out and then go out straight out, and that happens a lot on other dabbles, but mostly on the shorter time frame. I've never seen that on a longer time frame. On the 5 minute, right, a lot, or 15 minute, yeah, it pushes you out, even though it was the right direction on the dabble. So that's another FUD that I have to throw in there. Sorry, people, but you know what? Trading is not always like sunshines and lollipops.
Exactly. And it's never ever it's never ever a certainty. So it is very good that you are throwing some FUD in the meantime, because we want to be moon boys, but we do not want to be irrational moon boys, and we have to look at the whole picture, even though sometimes it's not all too nice. So thank you so much for that, DaVinci. And also very quickly, you have a favorite altcoin which you want to talk about also, which is also somehow connected to the Bitcoin scenario we can see right now. This altcoin is gold. You probably know it already, guys. And DaVinci, what do you have to say about that? And do you think this is maybe a reaction to what's going on the financial markets? And do you think that what's going on the financial markets is also going to affect Bitcoin?
Yeah, well, wow. You could take a look at the dabbles here. There's nice, interesting dabbles that are showing up here. This one failed. This one failed. This long one, wow. This one made you quite a bit of money, actually. 3-to-1. No, was it a 3-to-1? It was pretty much a 3-to-1, I think. Here, let's see here. I'd have to look at a closer time frame, closer short. But let's take a look here, because now I'm just curious. Sorry, I hope you don't mind, people. I want to take a look at this, because now I want to see if it was a 3-to-1 dabble. Let's see here. This might have been a 3-to-1, because look, we got here and crossed over. Even though it failed, the crossover failed, doesn't mean that's irrelevant. This is what's relevant here. And I think we did cross over. Oops, what happened here? I lost it.
No problem.
Okay, we're on the weekly, right? This is the daily. Let me just organize this auto scale. Yeah. What's going on here? What was I looking at here? Oh, I was looking at the short. Oh, okay, that's why. I was looking at the shorter time frame. What is this? This is the 1 hour time frame. And here we go. Sorry, a little bit live here.
No problem, man. No problem.
But yeah, on the hourly, yeah, this dabble worked out nicely, and I like to see. I could have traded this. Yeah, I would have definitely traded this because yeah, that was definitely a 3-to-1. So this would have taken you up to probably right about here, I think, and you would have been in nice profits on this.
Yes.
Even though look, it's a 3-to-1, but look at all what you missed out on.
Yes.
Right? But you don't want to do that with this dabble because even though I've never seen it fail, I've always seen it go higher than 3-to-1. I never, because it's just a trading form, way to take money out of the markets, and that's all I do. And now you can see another one, a dabble here. This is not a good one because it didn't cross, so this is a 2-to-1 dabble if you want to do this one. But forget all about that. Let's take a look. Let's just talk about how this thing has just taken off, right? And it's mooning. Moon boys have taken over, and gold, my favorite altcoin, has gotten past the 15,000 mark. Isn't that incredible? It's been a long time since it's been that.
7 years or so,
like 15,000.
7 years or so, and it's also very crazy, guys, because some people of watching right now think this is not relevant for them because they are here for Bitcoin. But what you see in the markets right now, especially within the last days, you saw the financial markets, the Dow Jones, the S&P 500 really struggling, and as a reaction of that, people were really FOMOing into gold even more than they were FOMOing within the last month already, and bringing gold really to new local highs. And you can see really a few similarities, and as the time passes, the similarities are getting more and more towards the Bitcoin price also. Bitcoin has never ever witnessed a financial crisis because it was put out in the beginning of January 2009 as a reaction to the financial crisis. So we do not know the correlation of Bitcoin during a financial crisis. It is most likely going to react somehow like gold maybe because, guys, you know the similarities between gold and Bitcoin also as a hedge to the financial markets. So this is very, very relevant also for only Bitcoin investors.
Yeah, I love my altcoin, my altcoin gold here. I think she's going to be taking out the all-time highs by next year. I wouldn't say this year for sure. I'd say next year for sure we're going to see over 2,000 and probably even higher, up to 5,000 by the end of 2021. Isn't that insane?
It is insane, and I want to put out there, the higher gold goes, the better it is also for Bitcoin. And I've seen a very interesting statistic recently. We have 10-year cycles in commodities and stocks. So you have sometimes 10 years stocks outperforming commodities, then 10 years commodities outperforming stocks, then again 10 years stocks outperforming commodities. And guess what? A few months ago, the cycle ended, and now we probably see commodities outperforming stocks again for maybe 10 years. So let's watch out for that also, and let's see what that brings to Bitcoin, which is maybe considered a little bit more commodity than a stock probably. So really, really interesting, Da Vinci. Thank you so much for joining our episode today. We will meet each other very soon in Hamburg, also with our MMCrypto community. A lot of people have already signed up. If you want to meet us, join our Telegram group, the English one or the German one. We will push to more details to you. A lot of people have already signed up. We are really looking forward to it. And Da Vinci, maybe you have something to say before we wrap up today's episode?
Yes, well, we're in the final stretch of the next version of Pandora's Wallet. We're looking to publish it next week, Monday. Cool. Looking really good for next week, Monday, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you off all the cool new features and stuff that we've added to the version 1.1. So hopefully nothing will go wrong between now and then.
nothing will go wrong. And everyone watching that, you can download a free test version of Pandora's Wallet. We want to highly incentivize you to do that because it adds a lot of value to you. It is actually tremendously adding value. Everyone should try it out. If you like it, you purchase it. If you don't like it, it was for free, guys. So it is just amazing. The link is given down in the description down below. We can tell you major improvements were done. And if you are not trying that out, you will be missing out. Definitely click that link below, also from Pandora's Wallet. And follow DaVinci on Twitter, which is very, very important. He's pushing trades there. Thank you so much, DaVinci, for joining us today. We will see each other very, very soon. Also probably tomorrow, another MMCrypto episode. DaVinci coming back to our channel again. As everyone knows, he is part of the team also. So thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you smash up the like button. DaVinci, any last words to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, please, if you're taking this trade, and I know I'm confident on this, please do not lose more than like 1% of your trading portfolio. Please, not more than 1%. I know it's 5% is normal, but not today, just not more than 1%. Because you know what? I don't want anybody to get wrecked, and so don't get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. So thank you everyone for watching. A Bible tutorial is popping up right here. Click it right now, right there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Kind regards to Carl the Moon, who's always doing that. We will see each other at the next episode of MMCrypto very, very soon. And as always, guys, bye-bye.